good spot for us. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Will soon be sorry to have challenged us.
We must not let down our guard.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets, even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered, if I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Sir Ian was rather hard on himself, methinks. He saved his brother just as much as we did.
Now, Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising.
The Arisen's attentions are always in demand.
I'm in your debt, sir. And not just for saving my brother. You helped me learn a valuable lesson today. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Oh, what does this say?
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way, but what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that, if you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
We could make the fruit roborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melv.
Ah, yes, now I see.
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit roborant, are we? Between you and me, cuz, they're mighty easy to make. Simple as combining the ingredients, if you know what they are. Always a pleasure.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit roborant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
We've arrived, I see.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
You need me at the...
We've got goblins!
Leave it to me.
Well, hey, it's too late.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
Novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Truly?
Ourselves the pat on the back.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
You have my protection. The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns.
I can't wait to find out what's inside. I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces.
I can attack. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
This is rather thrilling.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
I hope you weren't expecting to mercy.
If you distract our foe, Arisen, I'll see them rooted.
Miss, and you shame us both.
No! The monster's left something for us.
These fiends will resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact.
But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one.
Douse the flames before it's too late.
Let them come. I forbid to fight on and on. Might that be a Wakestone shard? Oh, how lucky we are to have stumbled across one.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Skeletons, Master!
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
'tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I'll go and open the chest.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight.
Learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
No Paul here. I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike through.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I know precisely when a curative is...
Anything for you, Arisen. Off I go.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
blaze before my very eyes! I've got a good feeling about this one. The sun.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I dare say I could topple such foes with my hands tied behind my back. Shall I give it a try?
Right you are.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
I can see no path to take us onward. It seems we've hit a dead end. Other means of getting over there, Arisen? I expect you'll be wanting my assistance.
An abandoned campsite, just waiting to be claimed.
Let us keep this place in mind for when night falls.
What's this? We're trapped. A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops draws near.
Lightning has electrifying potential against this one. I must.
It's time we made for the capital. To inform the people of Vernon. Shall we board the oxen?
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
Look here. Water is seeping through the cracks.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
I cannot fault your prowess.
Glad to be of service.
Well done.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. I'll be gone on the morrow. Hope to see you again ere long.
Shopping is such fun.
The longer the journey, the more supplies we'll require.
It is as you say.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Your anger is well justified, and I shan't deny you it. However, I am obliged to make you aware of your situation. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
All my peers seems so much more.
I'd sooner stay out and left.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
I've the presence to command any... Hold out.
Fine fettle today.
Some of us get complacent.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Good coin in peddling, if you've the know-how. Hope to see you again.
Hmm? Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
This lad...
I've brought you a gift.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten you.
Business could be better, but I'm scraping by. Do come again.
Right. Just follow me. Now there's a worthy prize. If only 't weren't so far away.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you, unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We'll not find anything if we don't start looking. Weapons are simple enough to procure if we...
Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
This way, if you please. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And hours for a full week, at no charge. What a steal.
Right you are.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh? The Goblin's lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson at least.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Say, you've got a decent arm on you. No need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own two eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
Right. Just follow me.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your life.
Something fun to do.
Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. If the way forward is shrouded to you, I can offer guidance. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we have the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
I knew it to be so.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
It's been a hard day.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Gathering clues will be essential to our success in this matter.
I quite agree.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered. Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Shall we be off? We've a report to make.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
Tell is, Vermund was once the Beastren Kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too...
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
This is what we went to all that trouble for?
Rarely have I felt so empty.
'Twould behoove us not to fall too far behind our guide.
You have my support.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. It will be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
Tisk, quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars, were I the scholarly sort.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we have the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
I knew it to be so.
Now I've got you!
True faith must come from the spirit.
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Always calms me down.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false Arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovereign, that is, the false Arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldar will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your majesty.